So boleh.
Pastikan ada yang satu yang mana? Oh, tu ada.
Kalau ada ready, boleh start dulu.
Kurang terpening.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Welcome everyone. We are from Group 1. So today I would like to learn for our topic food safety and hygiene training program. My name is Hasha Sabrina binti Faizal Hafizi and I will be your MC today. So as you guys know, food safety is essential in the F&B industry. Poor handling can cause food poisoning and loss of customer trust. In Malaysia, food handlers must comply with the Food Hygiene Regulation 2009 MOH. So, why food safety matters is because to prevent food poisoning, protect customers' health, maintain business reputation, and legal requirement under KKM. So today's session aims to build awareness and practical knowledge through demonstration, roleplay, and short activities. I hope you guys could focus on this training, as at the end of the training, we would have quiz for everyone. So we now move to personal hygiene practice. Good hygiene helps prevent contamination. I would like to invite presenter 1, Mr. Amir, to demonstrate correct practices.
Okay, today I'm your instructor. So basically, foodborne illnesses is about poor hygiene, and poor hygiene is very important thing for us to learn. I see many workers are not even focused on the food poor hygiene because they have not have knowledge, enough knowledge. So I will explain a lot how we are washing our hands, we use our protective gear. Later on, I will explain more details. So let's move on. Alright, I will do hand demonstration. This is the proper way how you wash your hands. Basically, you need to apply water and apply soap. Why we must apply soap? Of course, it can kill your everything like bacteria, germs, and dust. So you need to apply some soap. And then you must rub your hand like this. Make it palm to palm, make it bubbles. And number 4, you must rub at the back on your hand like this and interlock it with your fingers. Don't forget on your right side too. And then number 5, palm to palm again with your finger interlock it. And number 6, don't forget to wash at your palm like this. You may be doing like this, rubbing like this. And number 7, don't forget to wash at the back of your fingers like this. Alright? And number 8, your fingernails is very important. You can do like this and with your palm like this and do the rotational rotate, okay? And number 9, it's very simple. Rinse your hand with water, of course, and use this thing. It's called what?
Paper towel.
Genius. So basically, you dry your hand with paper towel or tissue and turn off the what you call faucet with the towel itself. And then this is how you can have a proper hand washing. And remember, this is a very simple step, and I see many workers make a simple mistake by not doing this while serving the food. So let's move on. Unsafe habit. It's like coughing and sneezing, but that's not all. Like smoking also unsafe habit, and not cutting your fingernails also unsafe habit. So this can spread harmful bacteria and cause to illness. So if you are sneezing, you must stay away from the like this. Stay away from the working area and use a tissue and also a sleeve like this. If you are coughing or sneezing, because it can spread a lot of bacteria through both of them. So these are basically, I see many workers are doing unsafe habit. So make sure you make a new habit like safe habit. So let's move on. Okay, protective clothing and appearance. Alright, these are very basic things like. Okay, this is a hairnet. Basically, you must, if you are working like serving the food, and also you must think about the customer and also you. If you are not wearing any of this, like hairnet, your hair might falling down one by one and goes into the food, and also you can affect the customer. So you need to wear your hairnet. You must cover all your hair inside the hairnet to avoid hair falling. Mask. Like this type of mask, you must cover your face like this. Not because you are ugly, it's because you need to protect the customer and the food. Alright? Okay. And then glove. Glove for what? Basically, it's very simple to protect your hand. That's all. And then the last one, apron. Why we must wear apron? What? Don't worry, I will explain. You must wear apron because you need a high etiquette to serve the food. Thank you. And then you must stay clean the working area, right? Like if you are cutting vegetable, you maybe have a cross contamination if you are not wearing this, okay? Let's move on. Okay, cut spoon and glove. Imagine you cutting fish and then you cut one of your fingers like this, and then this will be bleed out so badly. So what I need you to do, basically wash your hand first, stop the bleeding out, and apply some bandages. Make sure it's waterproof and big and colorful enough to see. And then you take a new one and then you wear it. Make sure to change regularly, right? That's all for cuts and wounds. Move on. Sick workers rules. If you are sick, please do not handle the food. If you handle the food with your fever, your flu, your coughing, inside all the food, what will the customer feel? So let's prevent all of that. Basically, you need to tell your supervisor that you are sick. So the supervisor will send you off to the medical checkup, and you need to stay at home. So this is how you protect all the. This is how you protect all the food and your working area, and also the food industry, to prevent all the cross-contamination, bacteria, germs, how to wear how proper the protective gear and hand washing. It's a good hygiene you need to practice on and every day. So, any question? Is enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. Seems like my slide is open. Alright, so I will set to Amin.
So, good morning everyone. My name is Amir. So, a little introduce about myself, about my background. So, I've been like 8 or to like 7 years solid experience in F&B. But in the recent 3 years, I work in mostly in the HORECA industry, which stands for hotel, restaurant and cafe, which mainly I work with a group of hotel, group of cafe and group of restaurant. So, and NetUp is one of the, I would say like construction, the contractors who build for this hotel. So mainly today I will share what actually this group, they mainly focus on, what actually the basic they need before they start out their construction, doing like renovations. So before we going further, I start with why the safe food handling and storage is important. First of all, as you can see in here, okay, it's prevent food poisoning. And then here, it's prevent cross-contaminations. And then last but not least, follow KKM food safety guidelines, which is I think all the restaurant they did it. And I believe there is 3 parties. I believe Akib will explain it later if you want to start up your restaurant. So, after the presentation by Shahid just now, let's understand more about cross-contamination and how exactly it's happened. So, what is cross-contamination? Okay, you can see in here, cross-contamination, there's a raw food, you can see that there's chicken, meat, and then there's like a raw fish as well. So, and then there is a cooked food, be it like this one is satay, and then I think like tteokbokki, I'm not sure about this one, probably like Korean or Asian food. And then once these cooked foods is interchanged or probably touch each other with the raw foods, then the cross-contaminations will happen, which is the transfer of bacteria from the raw food to cooked food. So you can see how it occur through is either by your hand, and then by your utensils, and then through a surface that you use in here, right? And then going up next is, alright, incorrect food handling. So I would like to invite like a special person in here to showcase you, okay, Mr. Basira. I'm sorry, Miss Basira. Just to introduce you, and then you guys could guess what actually wrong. I will point out what actually she did something wrong. Right. Okay. Alright. So as you guys can see in tables here, there's a donut, there's an onion, there's some raw food as well, which is a crab and 2 octopus. So okay, I will point out later. Let's go through.
Can you see?
Okay, you guys can stand up if you want to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that? It's donut.
Yeah.
It's pineapple cut maybe?
And egg tart. For her, it's a pineapple. Okay. Okay. So now you guys have seen it. Okay, thank you so much, Basira. So I will point out what actually she did something wrong. So what you guys seen just now, there's only one knife in here. There's only one knife, and then what she did is, okay, purposely the first one that has been taught by Shahir just now. She did not hand wash, just simply like bring the tables, put the foods, and then just cut it. So first cause contamination is come from Basira hand, but this is just rehearsal. Okay, so don't have any hatred to her. Yeah. Okay, and then the first one is like raw food just now. Okay, in here you can see there's an octopus, small octopus I would say. And then there's a donut, cooked donut. Okay, this one like a toys actually. Okay, this is probably like a real one, an egg tart. So what happened is actually what Basira did is she used the same knife to cut all this food. And as per my previous slide, that's how cross-contamination occurred. Same goes to this cutting board. Some people use the same cutting board. So yeah. So as from my past experience, just recently I go to like Secret Recipe Factory. I will show you later what kind of code of conduct they have, right? So going up next is incorrect food storage. So sometimes you can see in this picture they put below here, they put in here. So this one I will showcase to you guys how exactly the correct and incorrect food storage. Alright, so what would be a perfect food storage? Usually in the freezer, okay, the raw food will put on the top shelf. This is for refrigerated like normal one. And then all the cooked foods you put in here. And I will explain it later, that actually top and below they have a different kind of, I would say like the Celsius, okay, the temperature. And another thing is uncovered container. So every food that you put, usually you must cover it if you start like business for the food not have a cross contamination. Okay, up next, correct food handling practices, 4 steps for food safety. So I would like to invite another person here, okay, a very good friend of mine, okay, Miss Nick, Miss Nick, to show some things, what would be a correct way to.
Okay, first of all, we need to wash our hands first. Bismillah.
Yeah, Bismillah is a very important thing.
Yeah. Here and here, of course, we still want the rewards. And next is we separate it. We use two.
Yeah, 2, you see 2 cutting board?
Yeah. And then 2 knife.
Yeah, 2 knife.
And for example, we use the same donut. And also this seafood sotong.
Oh, yeah, squid or octopus, I'm not sure.
So,
It's small version of octopus. Okay.
so we just use this knife for this seafood. Just cut it and wash it after it's done. And then this is another knife for this food. So we have different kind of situation right here.
So, right, thank you so much, Nick. So, a very quick one that shows how exactly the correct way to do a food handling practice. Okay, last but not least, after that you can put in the chill. But since there's no refrigerator in here, so the one I will explain more. Alright, so wash hand before you're handling foods. At the same time, is there any like so now I showcase. Usually there are any stuff once you cut it. Usually I'm not sure what's the word in English. You siang like the sotong. You tarik dia punya plastic. Okay, you will put it in here. Okay, because you must cover the food properly. Okay, I just bring this up because later I will showcase some things that related to food storage, because I believe I have only like 10 minutes. Can still have time, right? So up next, okay, correct way food handling. Actually, I want to point out very earlier, but I think since my slide is a little bit late, so what you guys could see is, okay, this is a practice that I go for the central kitchen in secret recipe in Kota Damansara. Okay, each of their foods actually raw meat they use red, raw fish they use blue, cooked meats they use yellow, and brown they use this, and then green actually they use for salad and fruit, bakery and dairy product. So this code of conduct actually is universal, which is standard by, I believe it is the WHO for the I think for most of the hotel, most of the HoReCa industry that I meet, be it like a 5-star hotel, be it some that's very new, they use this standard of practice. And this standard of practice, if I'm not mistaken, for the KKM or Halal Jakim, the central kitchens, they very prioritize this. Once you fail to adhere on this, once you don't have any like instructions or arguing, you put it in here, I don't bring it, okay? What the Halal Jakim will do, they will cancel your Halal certificate on the Jakim. So most of the clients that I deal with, they go back with me. Sometimes they ask what my contractor would be, because I supply a different kind of item. Yeah, but it's a minor thing, but it's very important. If you guys get like going to train for audit Halal Jakim, probably you guys will expose more on this, right? So going next is, okay, correct food storage practices. So we go by the basic again. Okay, this is squid or octopus, there's a cooked food. I bring an egg tart as well, just to show more. And then another, okay, we have a crab over here. I bring some crabs, enough with squid. Okay, okay, I put the crab and the squid over here. And then I put the donut and my egg tart over here. So in here, what you could see, not in here, in here. Okay, I bring this up. Okay, what you could see is actually, okay, I put raw foods below, and then I put like the correct foods up there. So what happened is actually is have a cross contamination. You don't put like cooked foods up below there. There's a some raw foods. If you can, you buy another shelf. You differentiate it. Okay, so that's the most correct and important way. And then that is a very like I won't go through this every words because time we have very limitations. So I would say this is very important things. 20 cm above the floor, 50 cm from the wall, 50 cm below the ceiling. Since I bring some Okay, some here. Show you guys how exactly for 20 cm. So exactly like this. Actually, last time when I was working in F&B, I used like a hand, two hand. Yeah, two hand to measure like how is above the floor. And then for the 50 hand, I used probably like one and a half hand from the wall. So that's exactly how I do it. If you guys don't have like, you know, measuring tools to do this. Okay, and last, this is I didn't point out, most of the hotel they didn't use a wooden utensils. Okay, and this is the most perfect way, the plastic, because the bacteria won't grow much. Later on I will go bacteria, but not very deep. Okay, now what is correct food handling? Okay, impact or damage properly. Okay, when that's damaged or rusty, are not clean using a proper method, you must clean it. This one arcade will do. But this is the example that I would saw. The oven, they have a dirt and grease, they are not properly. Usually in the F&B industry, once in a day they will clean for the ovens. Strainer or filter probably once in a week. Damaged equipment, usually they will throw it away in most of F&B industry. Wooden, there is no. If you can tell me any restaurant that are using wooden equipment, please tell me. I would love to invite or interact with them. Okay. So going up next is understanding of food date labels. Okay, I try to go very fast. Okay. So best before, AXPA, experience, used by. So what's the difference all of this? Okay. So common date, best before may indicate the food quality. The food still be safe to eat and store properly, but they might be different in quality or the taste texture. And then for use by and expiry date, that means the food you can't be used. MFG is very straightforward. It shows where the food was produced and the storage durations. Okay. So this is the label. I didn't showcase, but usually you can put the label in here. First the item of the food, and then the date of preparations, and then used by. So as per previous slide, you can see what's the item, what is the date, and then what you use by. Another, they put the staff name in here to know who exactly prepared the foods. So this is another like what you guys can highlight. Food name that people use by, name or initial of the staff. Optionals but recommended. And then another is use clean and waterproof labels, probably like this, where it clearly and legible. Okay, place on the front. Probably if you guys store it like this, can place on the front. And then before you guys start the new labeling, you guys have to remove the old label. So, okay, this is 10 basic guidelines. You very far if I continue all of this, but if you guys could read, I give you probably like 5 seconds to understand what is actually okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will share with you guys what is 10 basic guidelines for food storage. Okay, so going ahead, this is very important. I always liaise with this. Always like a restaurant whatsoever. Oh, I failed my test bacteria. Oh, Jakim suddenly saw this or giving me this. Oh, what is this? Bacillus serious or listeria memory? This is a lot of things that I need to declare. Sometimes I need to work with my engineer. I will have to work with, I would say, some of the SGS, some of the lab party to understand more about this. What is the percentage? Where is the outcome from? So let's just get the basic how you could avoid all of this. Okay, this will be a lot of explanation of going, and I'm not really a certified. I'm not a microbiologist. I'm just like a person who learns this, and then this is actually what you can do to control it. You can see here. This is a KKM guideline. Okay, this is the temperature danger zone from 5 Celsius to 60 Celsius. All the bacteria that mentions they will grow rapidly. Is it above 60? All the bacteria that I showed just now will be destroyed. And then 0.24 Celsius, okay, it's not halted the growth, it's just slowing the growth of the bacteria. And then last but not least, is it below 18? Okay, it's usually stopped, but not for all. Because some of the meat, I will show you how exactly what is the period of it. And then this is refrigerated temperature. Freezer compartments usually above, below than 18 Celsius, upper shelf 0 to 3. And then middle shelf 3 to 5. This is you want to ready to eat it. And then lower shelf for veggies usually like 5 to 7. Okay. So going up next, this is the most important. How you store it, temperature control, explanations. Okay, like meat, if you put it like below like a frozen, below than 80 Celsius, up to 6 months. Chicken 6 months, minced meat 3 months, beef 2 months, lean fish 3 months, fatty fish 2 months, seafood 3 months, bread 2 months, fried potatoes 6 months fruit, 6 months vegetable, 6 months ice cream, 2 months. This is for that below than 18 Celsius for the frozen foods. Let's say for the normal one, usually between 0 to 2 Celsius, which is the middle compartment in here. Okay, for fish, usually 2 to 3 days. Seafoods, 2 days. Meat, 2 to 3 days. Minced meat, 2 to 3 days. Chickens, 2 days. Leafy vegetables, 3 to 5 days. Meat, 5 to 7 days. Shrimp, 5 days. Cooked foods, 3 to 4 days. Fruit, 2 to 7 days. You guys don't have to worry. I can send the slide to the copy for you guys to understand it. Okay? Alright, so going ahead, some of other foods that I didn't mention, like the processed meat, is like normal temperature. 2 to 3 weeks, fruit juice. 1 to 2 weeks, butter. 8 weeks, margarine. 8 weeks, cheese. Usually 1 to 3 months. This is the best temperature for cheese. Butter and margarine, 6 months. For dry food or dry meat fish, you guys don't have to. All the bacteria has been destroyed. Usually can up more than 2 years. So enough in my part. Okay. So now we're going to Akib.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Akib and today I will explain a bit about cleaning and sanitizing, as well as doing a little bit of a demonstration. Right, so let me briefly explain to you guys the differences between cleaning and sanitizing. Okay, so cleaning is when you wash or remove a visible dirt or food residue by washing it with clean water and detergent, as well as sanitizing is when you reduce germ to a safe level. Okay, so alright, when we talk about cleaning and sanitizing, it's also related with the food hygiene, which is food hygiene is being governed by this law. Okay, as you can see, failure to comply may result in police exposure, fine up to 10,000 ringgit, or imprisonment up to 2 years. Right? Okay, now without further ado, I would like to demonstrate to you guys about on how to clean a chopping board or cutting board, as you all say. Because why? Because everybody has one, and it is a compulsory thing to have in the kitchen. Okay, so first and foremost, we start with the glove. Alright, this is the silicone glove. Okay, so first it used to protect ourselves, and also it's a hygiene thing. And then another thing is about silicone glove is because in F&B industries, they usually wash with the hot water. So when you apply silicone glove, it actually protects you, and it has a durability and also heat resistance. Okay, alright, and then next one we start with the chopping board. Okay, so first of all, we need to remove the food residue. Okay, any food residue that you see stuck on the surface, okay, make sure you remove it with a kitchen towel. Okay, if you don't have a kitchen towel, you just scrape it off directly into the dustbin. Okay, alright, and then the next one is we start to, okay, the next one is we start to wash. Okay, we start with cleaning the chopping board with the water and also detergent. Okay, as you can see, here's a detergent, not so detergent, right? Okay, so first you make sure that you scrape both left and right side as well as the edges, because you know these are the parts where germs and bacteria usually grow. Okay, and then after that you rinsing it. Okay, you're rinsing it with the clean water. Okay, make sure there are no detergents left. Alright, make sure you're rinsing it both sides as well. Okay, and then after that, okay, you shake it up a bit after you rinsing it. Okay, and then you put it vertically, not flat. Why? Because you want it to dry evenly both sides as well. Okay, and also you want the water to drain out. Alright, okay. After that, we started to apply the food grade sanitizer. Okay, make sure it's a food grade sanitizer. Okay, you can get it from online shop or any supermarket nearest here. Okay. So since this is not the squeeze one, so just pretend it's a squeeze one line. You get the idea, right? Okay. So make sure you apply sanitizer all over the parts. Okay, all over the cutting board. Make sure every part of the cutting board is being sanitized. Okay, so once you've done that, you let it air dry. Okay. So, oh, one more thing about food grade sanitizer. Make sure you read the label because it usually stated how long you have to wait until you can use it again. Okay. So yeah. Lastly, make sure that you let it air dry because otherwise, you know, what's the whole point of doing all the things and then the germs start to come back. But let it air dry. Let the sanitizer kill the germs. Okay. So, alright, so far, anyone understand?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, then we can come up with a conclusion. Okay, first, clean first, sanitize later. Second, make sure to those of you who open the premises to follow all the regulations stated by the government. Okay, and then lastly, take care of yourself and have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.
So thank you, presenter 3. Now let's check our understanding with these quizzes. If you want to answer, you can raise your hand. So for first quiz, which item should be worn when handling food? Anyone? Yes? Sorry? Can I? Alright, okay, correct. Alright. So, second question, why should raw and cooked food be stored separately?
Yes, prevent cross-contamination.
Correct. Number 3, storing food at the wrong temperature can cause.
You want to try? Just the quiz. Cannot see.
Cannot see.
We have better food quality.
Yes.
Sorry, so wrong, wrong temperature. Faster temperature group.
Yes, correct.
Correct.
Number 4, who is responsible for food safety in a workplace? So in conclusion, food safety protects customers, business and food handlers. Thank you to all presenters and participants for your cooperation. Before we end, can you guys put your handphone like this?
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Help to scan and evaluate us. Okay, so that concludes our food safety and hygiene training. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You guys very good. Next presenter.
Nak press ke?